myself going this morning. I did not sleep well. I should have called Ann at like, or messaged Ann at like 2:30 in the morning when I woke up.
Yeah, I was probably up.
Reverse lays here. And then we're going to alternate back and forth 10 times. And then we're going to go both hands back and up and make sure we're keeping that rib cage and glutes nice and engaged. 10 times here. And then side to side. All right, so we're gonna start with those wrists. We're just gonna roll the wrist 10 to 15 times to the right. And then 10 to 15 times to the left. And then we're gonna go into the elbows. What's up, Erden? Then we're gonna go into the elbows. So just the same way we did our wrists here, we're gonna throw into the elbows and wrist at the same time, about 10 times. And you're kind of popping them out just a little bit to simulate catching that barbell. And then the other direction. Widen your feet out a little bit. And we're gonna go side to side, start stretching that back out. Just coming up. Getting the hamstrings awake. Hinging at the hips. Side to side here.
And your other.
Madison, no dropping the barbell on your puppy.
Yeah, I know.
We got a couple more here. All right, we're gonna go to the hips now. So first we're gonna start off with hip circles. All right, just 10 one way. And then 10 back the other way. And then we're gonna add more movement to it by doing more of a torso. So we're going here and coming around 10 times one way. Again, hinging at the hip, trying to keep that back flat right here, driving the hips back. And then go the other direction. Anywhere from 7 to 10 reps here. All right, bring your feet together, start warming the knees up. So we're here and we're doing circles 10 times one way. You think this looks funny for you? You should see a 300-pound Olympic weightlifter doing this. It's fun to watch. They look so dainty when they do this. And they go the other direction. When you're done with 10 each way, we're gonna go into our single leg touchdowns. Keeping those shoulders pulled back. We're gonna do 10 and then 5 with a hop at the end, so 15 total. And then 5 with a hop when you get there. And then switch to the other side. then 5 with a hop. Those legs and hips should be getting warm by now. Right? So if you're sharing a barbell with someone, then you'll run through the barbell complex and then very, kind of smooth, like a warm-up type of pace. We're gonna do 5 deadlifts, 5 hang cleans, 5 front squats, 5 shoulder to overhead. Bring the barbell to the back of the shoulders. 5 good mornings, widen the feet out, 5 back squats, and then you can go ahead and give it to your partner if you're partnered up with someone. All right, so go ahead and grab that barbell. This is a good time to work on that hook grip. All right, so taking your thumbs, pressing against the bar, and then wrapping your fingers over the thumbs. All right, weight's light, you're warming up, it's a good time. All right, so I'm gonna turn this way just a little bit. Pull those shoulders back and down, slight bend in the knees, drive those hips back. 5 deadlifts here, squeezing your butt at the top, keeping those shoulder blades pulled back. And 5 hang cleans. On your hang cleans, practice going below the knee, because we're gonna start in this position here when we get started with our work. So practice from here, come up into that hang clean position. Five times. Then 5 front squats. Oh, JC, my legs. And then shoulder to overhead, either shoulder press, push press, or push jerk. Or if you want, split jerk. Bring that barbell to the shoulders. You got 5 good mornings. If you're ahead of me, that's fine. Kind of going slow and taking my time. And widen those feet out, 5 back squats. And then take that bar back to the front position. I'll give you guys that are sharing barbells a couple minutes to finish up. So we got Madison's by herself. JC. I am going to do a little coaching, so there will be some pauses in there as I watch people's form. Chase just happens to be caught. Make sure you open up your hips at the top, bud. All right? Stand all the way up at the top on those cleans and your deadlifts. Make sure you stand all the way up. All right, so what we're gonna do now, and you don't even need a barbell for this, okay? It feels a little better, so if you're sharing with someone, you can do it without a barbell, you can do it with a broomstick, a PVC pipe, but we're gonna quickly go through like a Bergner type warm-up, just so that we can dial in the movement patterns and getting those hips open up this morning, okay? So I'm gonna do it without a bar. If you wanna use a bar, you can, all right? So I want you to get into a wide grip or a snatch grip. Actually, let me get a PVC pipe. That way you can see. All right, so I want you to get a PVC pipe or something like that. You don't need it, but I just want to use it so you can see where my hands are on the bar. All right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get those feet underneath our hips. And I'm gonna do it without the bar, so those of you who don't have a bar. So we're gonna be here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dip and jump and shrug and land. All right, so dip. So when we dip, we go straight down, our chest doesn't come forward. All right, we jump and squeeze our butt. All right, so we're not here, right? We're here and then landing. All right, so let's go ahead and do that 3 times. Jump and shrug, jump and shrug, jump and shrug. Now we're gonna throw high elbows in there. This will help warm up the shoulders. Jump and shrug and elbows. Jump and shrug and elbows. Jump and shrug and elbows. There you go. Good. All right, if you have room, I want you to go overhead, like a muscle snatch. All right, so if I have so you can see, we're gonna jump, shrug, and just punch at the top. So we shrug, elbows, punch. All right, so dip and go. All right, we're gonna do that 3 times. Muscle snatch, dip, shrug, and punch. Dip, shrug, punch. Dip, shrug, punch. Widen your feet out. Hold your arms overhead. All right, overhead squat. 3 times. We're only doing 3. Bring the barbell to your shoulders. All right, so if I have that PVC pipe, I'm right here. And we're gonna dip and punch. Slowly bring the bar back to your shoulders. Dip and punch. So without a barbell, we're here. We dip and punch. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to sync up our hips locking out, our knees bending, and punching at the same time. So we're here, okay? There you go. One more time. Good. And rest and put that barbell down. We didn't do the whole Bergner, just some of the basic fundamental movements in there. The only thing that changes on our movement pattern is our hand position. So instead of being out here and going overhead, we bring it in and we finish at the chest, okay? So let's talk about our 3-second pause hang clean, all right? You're lifting 3 reps every 2 minutes. That way everyone that's sharing a barbell has a time here. So we're gonna pick that weight up, pull the shoulders back and down so our lats are tight. Slight bend in the knees, drive the hips back, and pause. 1, 2, 3, and then go into our clean and stand. Back down. 1, 2, 3, pulling those shoulders back and down, keeping those lats tight. Clean, and then stand, all right? So go ahead and practice that a couple times. Let me see what it looks like. There you go. And make sure you're pulling yourself under the bar or under the weight. There you go. Good, good. Make sure we're not muscle cleaning, because as you add weight, all right, go ahead and rest, everyone. Make sure that we're not muscle cleaning. If you don't know the difference, a muscle clean is when you don't pull yourself under the bar and you end up doing something like this, where you're here and you go and you reverse curl the weight up. That's a muscle clean. And the reason we don't want to do that right now is because as we start adding weight in our work, now you have 2 different types of lifts that you're doing. You want to stick with one standard lift while we're going through it. All right? So even if that weight is light and we're here, we still want to pull ourselves under the bar, even if the weight's light. That way, we're practicing that movement pattern of pulling under the bar. because as that weight gets heavier, you're gonna have to get a little lower and a little lower and a little lower. And you don't wanna have to go from a muscle clean to dropping under the bar. You wanna start getting used to it, okay? So, go ahead and add a little bit of weight to your bar. Whatever you feel comfortable with. So if you have just like a torpedo weight or dumbbells, as you do this, if the weight is light for you, you can take the one weight or a weight in each hand, and you can go heavier in that weight if you have heavier weight, and do one side at a time. All right. So what that would look like, talking specifically to Tiffany here. I don't know anyone else that has dumbbells there, but you can still do that pause. So we come down, we drive our hips back, we pause, 1, 2, 3, keeping the shoulder pulled back, the lats nice and tight, and then we jump and pull ourselves under that weight. Come back down, jump, okay? Just because you have a torpedo weight doesn't mean the hips don't change. So we're here, we're coming up, we're extending those hips while we're driving through the floor, coming back down, all right? All right, so let me go ahead and start the clock here. So we're gonna do 3 reps. Pause for 3 seconds below the knee. We're gonna do 3 reps every 2 minutes for 5 sets. We'll start off light and we'll gradually add. Okay, going in 10 seconds here.
How many are we doing of this?
3 reps, 5 sets.
5 sets, okay.
Yep. All right, here we go. And go, pause. 1, 2, 3. Really stick that barbell into your shoulders. 3. Jennifer Erden, do you have heavier weight, or is that what all you have? Is that it? If you want to get more work in with the weight and you don't have heavier weight, just do cleans for 30 seconds and then rest 90 seconds while we're doing this with the barbell. Okay? That'll give you more work and more practice. Okay? You still have a minute here. There you go. Jump a little harder, Chase. You got it. Good. There you go. Nice. I can't see your hips and everything back there from the couch, but your finish looks good at the top, Chase. Remember, this is most of you are experienced lifters, but this is all about timing. As you're driving those feet in and the hips are coming forward to meet the bar, there's that split second where like magic happens and it's weightless for a split second, and that's when you drop under the bar. All right, you want to pull the bar right into your shoulders in that neck area. All right, here we go. Next set. And deadlift your weight up. 3-second pause at the bottom, really pulling those shoulders back. Focus on a good bottom position here.
You what?
There you go. Take your time in that 3-second pause, bottom position. Really pull those shoulder blades back and down so you feel tightness in your lats. That looks good, Tiffany. Is it heavy?
Yeah. But it was too light to doing it with both hands.
Yeah. And you'll have to use your legs and hips to drive through the ground a little bit more with that one, using one at a time.
Yeah.
So. You got about 30 seconds here.
You don't think?
You guys add weight as you feel comfortable, or is it as you have weight? You can also, like I said, if the weight is light and you don't have any weight to add onto it, you can do these for 30 seconds and then rest 90 seconds. That way you're really warming that body up, getting ready for front squats. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Your chest a little bit lower, Madison. Get comfortable in that 3-second hold at the bottom.
You get your elbows through so fast. Much better than I ever do.
There you go.
What do you mean? I'm gonna put the 2.5 in the next leg.
Amy, when I do the torpedo weight, should my elbow be as high as if I'm doing the barbell?
Close.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let me see that, Alex. Go again.
Well, you're done. I'm gonna put 5 on instead.
There you go. Yeah. Nice. That looks good, Alex. That is Alex, right? I can barely see. There's like a glare. All right. We got about 10 seconds here. I'm gonna have to do 6 reps to make up for my 3 that I lost. All right, here we go. Next step, 3, 2, 1. Really pull those shoulders back and down. You should feel your lats on fire, especially as you start to build that weight. So when we finish this, you should be close to a weight to start on with your front squat.
Right. Yeah. Actually, let's put a bit.
So Bobby, real quick, when you're doing that clean and you're here, you want to make sure that your arms stay straight and you extend those hips all the way up and get as tall as possible before you pull under the bar. Okay, right now, you're kind of in this position where you come up and you go, and the hips are opening up. We want to get as tall as possible and shrug, and then pull ourselves under that bar. Okay? All right, 10 seconds here. We'll do 2 more sets. That way everyone is closer to their front squat weight. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Just keep it at the stick.
Keep those feet under your hips. They don't need to be really, really wide. You lose power the wider they get.
Yeah. Okay. It's just really hard.
There you go. Nice, Chase. Keep those shoulders pulled back. There you go. Hey, Chase, come over to the video real quick.
Want to do 2.5 to do 100? Hit the triples. Hang cleans and where
All right, so we're gonna do another set here. So the only thing I see with a couple of you, there's 2 things. Shoulders rolling forward when you start getting tired, holding that 3 seconds at the bottom. So make sure that we're in this hinge position here and our shoulders aren't rolling forward like this. We're pulling them back and down. That way there's tightness between the shoulder blades and there's tightness in this lat right here. As these lats get stronger in that position, once we're starting to pull the weight through that mid part of the lift, the lats have to be strong to keep the shoulders back, because as soon as the shoulders start to roll forward, your lift is gonna start going forward. You're gonna start chasing it around the gym or the room, okay? So that's why these 3-second pauses are important at the bottom. Where we're here, you can't really see it that much, but my shoulders rolled forward here and there's nothing active. But if I pull my shoulder back and down, everything in that shoulder complex lights up and gets really, really tight. It needs to stay like that all the way through the lift until you catch. Okay, does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get another set in here, and then we're gonna go into our front squats. Molly, before you do your next lift, bring your feet closer together. They just went out and you didn't reset them back in. You're gonna start losing power the more reps you do, because your feet are getting a little bit wider. Every time if you're jumping off the ground, there's a good chance your feet are going out a little bit. Make sure you reset those feet before you do your next lift. Here we go. So Tiffany, go ahead and stand up real quick. All right, so I was waiting for you to do that next one. So right now, you do it with a barbell as well. And everyone can kind of, if you're not working right now, look right here. There is a flaw when we come down into that hang position. We want to be tight in the core. We don't necessarily want to lift our chest up and bend our back. Okay? It's a very, very slight change. Yeah, so you want to feel, when you're in that bent over position here, you want to feel tension here and in your lats. And if you do that, you can't open up your chest. Okay, as soon as you open up your chest, your core's not engaged anymore and you lose some contraction in those lats. So you want to make sure those shoulders are pulled back and down and you're squeezing the belly button towards the spine. Yeah, better. Because you had this huge arch like this.
Okay.
Okay, and that's going to put pressure on your back.
Okay.
All right, and for those of you who are done, you can go ahead and get set up for your front squats. Make sure you can clean that weight up. I'm just going to get a couple reps in here. All right, we got a minute or so where you can kind of catch your breath. You guys have been working harder than me. And we're gonna pull the weight from the ground on our front squats. 2 seconds down, no pause at the bottom, stand up as quickly as you can. 1 second pause at the top. So just like a normal squat, really, the biggest thing here is don't want you falling down and bottoming out. All right, so we don't need to be in a front rack position here and go and try to fall and bounce out of the bottom. We want to be controlled, stop, and then explode up. Okay?
How many sets and how many are we doing on this
Okay.
side?
We're gonna do 5 reps the first set. We're gonna lift about every 3 minutes. That way everyone has time to get through and add weight and recover. Okay? I don't know what time it is. Hold on. Okay, go. We're on a good pace. This won't take very long. This will take about 9-10 minutes. So, 5 reps the first set, add weight. 4 reps the second set, add weight. 3 reps the last set. Okay?
You want to go down?
No,
I started at 8. Absolutely. The squats are my jam.
The important thing here is keeping that core engaged and elbows up nice and high. Even when we're in this bottom part of the squat here, we don't want to be here because then we're going to start doing this and then we're going to stand and do one of these types of things. We want to lead with the elbows as we stand up, okay? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and clean that weight up. You got 5 reps on this one. Ooh, I wasn't ready for that. Not ready yet for that at all. JC, how much weight do you have? I know how much Madison has.
It goes to 123.
Okay, so it won't be that heavy for you.
Yeah, but the clean.
You can just squat clean it and count that as your first squat.
Speak for yourself.
I am on mute so y'all don't hear me fussing at
That's
my
okay.
voice.
You can That's okay. You can challenge yourself by if you don't have enough weight to challenge yourself on the front squat and you can clean it, all you need to do is slow your tempo down by a couple seconds.
What about 2.5?
Okay.
Boom, automatically it'll start to challenge you.
Not yet.
We got another minute here.
It's 4.
Yeah,
We have
all
4
I
reps
have
this time.
is- I have a 2.5 I can add, but then all I have is 15. There's no way I can clean that.
I have
There's no
confidence. You can, how much would it be if you put 15s on?
140.
Yeah, you got
Got
it.
that, girl.
You look at her face, she's like,
Really?
That's what squat cleans were made for. All right, we got about 15 seconds here. If you can go up and wait, go up and wait. I'm gonna stay where I am for this set. I'm not playing. All right, here we go. We got 4 reps this time, 4 reps. I may stay there for the next one too.
The Morrisons are my hero. I gotta say, the Morrisons are my hero. So strong.
Is Molly doing the same weight as you, Ann?
What?
Is Molly doing the same weight as you?
I don't know.
Okay, both the torpedo weights hurt.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, that's 90, I mean, it's only 90 pounds, but
But
having a weight on each shoulder challenges your body so much more.
that's what it was. Yeah.
We got about 90 seconds here. We'll go into our next set. I really can't go up either, Madison, so I either go up to
140 Madison, 140 Madison.
I either go up
You got this.
I either go up to 185 or I stay where I am. And the way 155 feels like 255. So
Is it your legs?
oh, they're just done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday, I got no pop at all.
It was a rough end of the week.
Technically, I should be sleeping right now and recovering.
No, you got me up.
All right, so after these 3 reps here, we're gonna take a couple minutes, strip the weight down to a manageable weight, or actually just a empty barbell. And then I'm gonna go through the complex, and you guys will have, hopefully you guys will have time to get through the complex, those of you who are sharing a bar, okay? I'm gonna show how to do it 2 ways. So the first way is it's movement by movement, and then the second way is going to be more of a cycling of the barbell kind of flow, where you go from instead of doing a deadlift to a hang clean to a front squat, you'll do a deadlift into a hang squat clean thruster, bring the bar to your shoulders, and then a back squat thruster and bring the bar back down. All right, but I'm gonna show you both ways. All right, so here we go. Let's get that last set in of 3 reps. Nice job, Chase. The biggest thing I see with the younger kids is to be patient with the lifts, right? So at the top on the last rep, everyone's in a hurry to let that barbell come down. Just stand all the way up, squeeze your butt at the top, keep that core tight, keep tension on it for a couple seconds at the top, and then bring the barbell down. Don't be in such a hurry to finish the lift and move on, okay? So I'm gonna let you guys rest. I'm gonna go through the complex real quick. The first way I'm gonna go through it exercise by exercise or movement by movement. And then the second time I go through it, I'm just going to flow through it from one movement to the next and see how that, so you can see how those transitions are, okay? So we're gonna start out by a deadlift, all right? And the only reason it's a deadlift is because you gotta get it to the hang position. Then we go into a hang clean, into a front squat, into a push press, bring the bar to the shoulders, into a back squat, and then into a push press off the back of the shoulders, back to the front rack, back to the hips, back to the ground, okay? The flow part of it, once you get your deadlift here, you go into your hang, squat clean, thruster, into a back squat, into a thruster, boom, done, okay? So break the movements down, movement by movement, the first 2 minutes with light weight, and then as you start adding weight and getting more comfortable with the movements, you don't even have to add weight. So on minute 3, if you want to practice that flow portion, do it without weight before you add weight. Or you can do it in minutes 1 and 2 as well. But the first minute should be movement by movement, deadlift, hang clean, front squat, push press, back squat, push press. And then on that second one, if you want to deadlift it up and hang, squat, clean, thruster it, bring it to your shoulders, back squat, thruster it, bring it back down, control to the front, and practice that and see if it feels comfortable. If it doesn't feel comfortable, don't add weight. Practice that movement before you add weight, okay? We got 1 minute before we start. But you need I would strip your bar down to either an empty barbell or just a little bit of resistance on the first 2. Unless you're experienced with this lift, so. Make sure you get full depth there, Alex, in that back squat or in your squats. Make sure you get all the way down.
This is where I first fell in love with JC. Hashtag gold, JC.
She moves so pretty, it just looks effortless. All right, I'm gonna watch you guys go through this first one, then I'll get mine in. So, going in 10 seconds here, so go ahead and get on the barbell. Make sure those feet are up underneath the hips. Deadlift your weight up. All right, here we go. Hang clean. Front squat. Push press. All right, Molly, too fast because you didn't finish a couple reps there. When you did your push press, your arms didn't lock out. They were still here. So you basically transition from this position to the back squat. Make sure you get the full lockout at the top on that thruster and then pull it back down. Okay? And the reason for that, it's not just to nitpick. The reason for it is that if you don't give your core time to engage at the top when you bring it back down, it might not be engaged as the barbell hits your shoulders on that back squat, which puts pressure on your lower back. So you just want to make sure that you're nice and tight through that midline, okay? All right, here we go. And go. So the Erdens, I know you guys are sharing a bar. Everyone will just go through it non-stop, okay?
That was really good.
Here we go. That's it. Nice job, Chase.
There you go.
10 more seconds. You should be able to add some weight on here. And yeah, Erdens, you just get through that complex and then the next person go, and then once you get through it, you can start adding weight onto it, okay? All right, here we go. First set with weight.
Just one time?
Just one time. Yeah, if it's lightweight for you, you can go through it twice. I'll let you know when 30 seconds is up, but you want to get at least 30 seconds of rest here. As that weight gets heavier, it'll probably take you about 20 to 30 seconds to get through the complex, okay? There you go. There you go, Madison. All right. That first lifter, if you're sharing, go ahead and go again. Top of the minute, go. You're good, Madison. So Madison, this time I want you to go from a hang position into a squat clean thruster and then go into a back squat thruster. Just make a nice little flow out of it. Okay?
Okay.
There you go. And then do it again. Go ahead and do it one more time. Go and do it one more time.
Maybe my Nantucket Building Fitness is having a live.
There you go.
Class at noon. It's 45.
How's that feel? You good? Okay. Add weight.
Conditioning, I'm like,
Because I'm using both torpedo weights, Jamie. I'm like squatting twice because I don't have a.
No, yeah. You'll do a push press. You'll do a hang squat clean thruster into a thruster. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might do that.
Yep. All right, here we go. Next set. Now, this is based off comfort, so make sure that you're adding weight and you're not compromising form just to add weight.
Yeah. Probably for the last 4 sets. Yeah.
75.
No, just for the 5 on instead.
That's what I mean.
It hasn't been 3.
Oh yeah, wait more.
And then there are 4 more after this.
Correct.
Because, just for the 5 on. And you can check.
We have about, this is our next set. Get ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. We have 6 more. 3 of this weight. If you can, add weight and do 3 more. Unless you have time to hang around. You can challenge yourself if you're by yourself, going through that 2 or 3 times. We're at 30 seconds here. There you go.
How many more do we have, Jamie?
We'll have 5 more.
Okay. Say, or you want to go up 5 or 2?
So Chase, when you're coming out of that back squat, and pressing overhead, make sure you get a full lockout before you bring it down. You're kind of just transitioning it and not locking out at the top. Make sure you get that lockout, okay? For that upper body strength, overhead strength. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Like I said, if that weight's light, go through that complex twice. Even if you're partnering with someone, you still have time. You still have 30 seconds here. So if you want to go through it twice, go through it twice. Especially if you're not having to take the time to add weight.
You want to go up? Do 75?
I might just want to stay and do 2 reps.
Do that. Do 2 cycles, yeah. Okay.
can help you move the weight. Or I'll just use
Good, Alex. Just a little bit lower on your squats. Just a little bit. Okay? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Next set.
harder here.
Blech. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Go through it twice, Molly.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay. There you go. Oh yeah, Tiffany. She goes, oh, you guys love barbell. Meanwhile, she's got 45-pound torpedoes.
There.
15 seconds here for our next set.
Yeah.
Another puppy. Madison's got all the dogs. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. There you go. Nice job, Chase. Remember, as you're pressing overhead, you're squeezing your butt, keeping your core tight. There you go. Awesome. Nice work. All right, we have 5 seconds. Starting to get tired? I feel great.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm lifting about half as much as you. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go.
There you go. That's good.
Two more to go.
With this, what's good?
2 more. You good, Madison, for 2 more? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice work, JC.
Right.
That's it, Tiffany.
Yeah.
There you go. Get it, Tiff. Nice job, Molly. Got 30 seconds here. Be our last one. For those of you who need to go by 8 o'clock. If you want to get a few more sets in, you can, and practice. I'm not going outside anytime soon. It's pouring.
Yeah, it's pouring.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
3, 2, 1, and go. Since it's our last one, if you got to leave, Madison, do about three to 5 sets, reps of those. Go through that sequence 3 to 5 times. JC?
No. Are you gonna have it done?
3 to 5? 3 to 5? No?
Big one left. That's wrong.
There you go, Bobby.
You got it. You can get on now. I did 15 that one up earlier, so I'm good. And then after you do that move.
I can't go.
I know Madison needs to leave. I think JC probably needs to leave as well. So thanks for joining us, guys. Everyone looked good.
Thanks, Jamie. That was fun. Let's do it again before I have to give my weights back.
When do you got to give them back? Next week?
I'm not sure. I saw somebody from Sage post that this was their last week with them, so I gotta talk to my brother.
Last week with them.
Well, he had given out like a bunch of all of his equipment.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna need it back.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'm not trying to figure out, but as we get to that time, we still don't know if it's Friday or not. They probably won't say anything. They probably won't make an announcement until Wednesday after lunch sometime. But even that next week, we won't be open because we won't have the equipment in the gym to be open. But people that are comfortable coming back into classes will start bringing their equipment back in. And then the people that want to continue to do live Zoom and follow YouTube workouts, when we give them the option to keep their weights for a few weeks until we know exactly what this looks like moving forward. But yeah, I mean, I think, well, Seth had a lot more weight than I did and loaned out a lot more equipment. I remember seeing the plates stacked up with the barbells and the clips and stuff, and he had probably 10 or 12 sets.
Yeah. Well, Jared wants us to ask him if we can just buy it from him.
He might.
Start doing this on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7.
I know Tuesdays.
Thursday.
Thursday is what? That means I'll work it out 7 days a week. I'm old. I need rest.
Did you really work out today?
No.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Say it was more coaching, but let's be honest.
There you go. That's good, Alex. Oh, shallow squat. Bye, Madison.
Bye, man. Bye, Molly.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna do a few more sets. If anyone wants to stay on, I didn't really do much.
No, I'm hurting.
I mean, you really don't. You don't need to do a lot if you're going through and you're focusing on your form.
Yeah.
And the weight is heavy enough through that complex. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna get your heart rate up.
Okay.
So, the biggest thing there is just building strength through the movement and
Okay.
getting comfortable with the movement.
Yeah.
Cycling the barbell from one position to the next, being under control. So,
I saw you had that Tabata Tuesday at the bottom.
yeah, that's for people at home that's not going to go outside today because it's pouring.
It's pouring. I'm on my porch. It is pouring.
Yeah. So,
Oh my gosh.
the bear complex is just a nice, simple complex that is good for anybody. From the
I
novice.
feel like I want to order a barbell and some weights if we're gonna be home much longer. I just put it in my office. I have it in my office work.
All right, Fuller, get up. You're losing your mojo.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Come on.
Oh, you guys working?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Jamie.
I may have put too much weight on my bar.
Come on.
I'm only going through this one time.
Look at you. Come on. All right. Ready?
Yep. Holy crap. That's a lot heavier than I remember it being. I see Molly stole the Peloton first.
Yes, she did.
Erdens, how you guys doing? Good? How'd that feel?
That's fun, Jamie. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something easy for the boys to work on. It's a good complex to hit a little bit of everything for them. Just keep practicing it over and over and over again and getting better at it. They'll get stronger.
They're killing it.
There you go. Get those bicep curls in. All right, here we go.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Woo.
Something to this. No, some of the bigger. Jamie, how much you got on?
Huh?
How much you got on?
145.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
What's that?
He was hoping he could talk trash, but you dogged it.
Well, the sad thing is I used to be able to do 200. And that's a struggle. All right,
On the back spot.
here we go.
Don't play with these torpedo weights over here.
3, 2,
Moving over here.
1, and go.
35 aside plus 45.
Aye.
115, 125.
Aye.
All right. Throw it down like that on the side. No, he's using bumper plates. He would even crack. I'm gonna do a capsule. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, bye.
Have a good one.
Later.
Bye, guys.
What's your weight over there, Ann?
What?
What's your weight over there?
I was at 95, but I did 85 to do these extra ones.
Yeah, I stopped doing 2 rounds because I started to hurt.
You did 95 twice? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I've just been doing the 85s are fine. My shoulders are tired.
Shoulders are bothering you?
No,
Oh.
tired.
Me too.
Right. I got one more thing in me.
Yeah. All right.
Hungry.
All right.
Ooh, what's weird? And I'm hungry.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh. That's not coming off my shoulders that time.
Yeah.
I'll try it again next time. I'll do one more.
Oh.
That setting it down on your back is just hard.
It just, yeah, it's just a comfort thing. It
Like
was,
after your first thruster and you're going that.
yeah.
Well, for me, that's always going to be a problem. It's in a weird position.
Oh, I miss lifting. Like
All right, let's see if I can do one more and get this thing off my friggin' shoulders
Oh, okay.
from the back.
All right, damn it.
Yeah, I know, right? What are we doing?
What'd she say?
That means everybody's in.
Yep.